Brooklyn killers, coke, crack, and dope dealers. Bitches feelings, we pulling out with them four-wheelers. Made my own path, my own math. Migrated from Crown Heights to Stone Ave. UniversalLowlife.com. January 26th, we on the Johns. Warming up, folk play. Fucking with the team is a co-pay.
When did you join ROPC?
ROPC, I was invited to ROPC in, I think, 2009. I think, in 9. It could be early 10. You have to ask that. It was a wave of us. It was like a bunch of us.
We can edit that out.
Keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
How you time? It's 4:30.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, so I'm thinking 09, could be 010, but probably 09. Which I didn't know nothing about RPC. Cali had brought me through. It was his first time. I think there was like a call, and this is how it kind of mushroomed out. Like it became like a very heavy East Flatbush thing. The headquarters was on Clarkson in the 50s. Classic from the 90s, and he made the call out, and Smack, who was like basically from them ends, he cool with Cali brought me, and you know, Halo came everybody from around the vicinities, and it was maybe about 12, 15 of us. I don't know, it's a lot of like the founding people of RPC. I never met them. I may know who they are from like online, something like that. But I don't. Yeah, that was 2009 when it felt like that was the forming of it as something that was kind of off paper or offline. How I recognized it, it might not be the case. That was my first day, but it felt like, oh, there's something that's new that's forming. Yeah. Even though it existed, it's now new. Because just like rules and regulations was first brought in and all that type of stuff, you know. And so, yeah, that's 09. You know.
Oh, okay.
J-Lo was there, I believe. He was there.
So that's, I mean, but now with RPC, I know, you know what I'm saying, you went to RPC, but was you doing filming and like nothing at that time for the?
Nah.
No?
I wouldn't do no film. I was doing music management. I was managing Shot Stimuli and DJing. I wasn't doing any film. Film is like my third quarter joint. Again, just whatever I want to do, I'm gonna try to do it to the best. It was music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you doing?
I had time on my hands.
Oh, okay.
I had time on my hands. I was doing music. I had time to do it, and headquarters is like on my way.
Yeah.
I'm from the 30s, near the 40s.
You know, just go to the headquarters.
Yeah, you just walk over there, and you know, I call it the ranch.
Anybody came up out of there that you used to mess with on music? You said with the music that you used to do.
Oh, so the names that I work with, Joel Ortiz and Shot Stimuli, I like to build the biggest names that I work with. I've also been on tour with a group called Air Lights. I'm not sure if you might know Air Lights. They came under Dead Prez per se. Went on tour with Ghostface. And before in the 90s in Atlanta, though, I did work in music business in Atlanta. With like promotions, you know. I mean, that's why I was not going to school. Like,
this why it's so easy out
back
this
outside again.
And the La Real. Before that, I was managing the La Real.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Brother La Real.
Fall on my tree.
Indeed. Oh, in the street, indeed. And I was going to IAR, Institute for Oil Research, trying to do oil engineering.
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't graduate that either though. I went twice. I got thrown out once, and now one again I ain't. You know,
just wasn't for school.
But
that's right.
That's how I became. I graduated bartending school and hypnotism. And I was like,
hypnotism
school. Hypnotism
school for that.
Yeah.
Wow. That explains a lot.
No, this is new.
Practice on life form after this.
That explains a lot.
That 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
We want to show. That's gonna be behind the scenes.
You're not gonna hypnotize me.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Have me walking like no monkey or nothing like that.
It's not what I do. It's not how it works.
And I hear the ding dong.
But yeah, so
I ain't doing that.
So I left. But I mentioned that because at that same time, my artist A La Real was working with the Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
So I was working with Wu-Tang as well, and then RZA, Jizza, and Ghostface, because he was singing on their records, whatever.
He was in the video too.
But then I stopped. I stopped in 2010. I stopped. My father died. I put everything in storage that same morning. I don't know why I put everything in storage, and I was done with music, because a lot of suckers in music in general, and
they lie to you, huh?
it's just suck. People be suckers in music business, in the industry. Yeah. And
what year was that?
2010.
2010. Okay. So
November.
November 2010.
Okay.
You gotta give a time stamp for them. You know
they say I changed then. I'm gonna say I changed. And niggas say, oh, you changed when your father died. No shit.
Listen, a lot of things change when your parents pass. You try, you should sometimes start seeing things as it is. And
clarity.
Like, I had to get focused out here. Word.
I can't speak on it because I don't even know how I'm gonna feel when that day comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pops still want to be like the same person, but his body can't give it to him.
That's gonna be deep. It's gonna be deep. I'll tell you I'm not gonna cry this, but it's okay with me.
Nah, that's the way life is, man. And it's we
St. John's. My pops from St. John's. My family's from St. John's. 14, 21.
Oh, that's on Utica and Buffalo.
But they would be, but even his later life, he'd be Vern's Happiness Lounge. 12, 13, but he was there too. But they're from
that's about St. Schenectady.
Yeah, so up and down. My family up and down to St. John's.
Right.
Panamanian, from the 70s. My uncle got killed in St. John's, 76.
Oh wow.
It was a really big St. John's family until that happened. Then because they ran the Panamanian lottery.
You gotta elaborate on that.
Well, every community, I think every community got a lottery. Numbers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for myself. Yeah, numbers.
I'm like lottery.
So it's like the pick from over there, and
got you.
my family
the situation.
Yeah, so my family was very like ingrained. So my father's family, I should say, was very ingrained in those type of things. So I've been seeing that a lot actually growing up as a kid.
I think St. John's is like the Mecca.
And
it's like the Mecca.
There's just a lot of stuff going on over there. You got a lot of things happening over there, and
it's responsible for a lot of stuff, bro.
It's a wide open street.
It's a wide open street.
A lot of things that happen.
And it had a lot of kids.
And it stretches a long route, so it's like, and then like you said, the street's so wide. It's a 2-lane two-way street.
Right.
Then you got all them people on top of each other on these streets going. So you're gonna get a nice majority of people. But then you think about a lot of people that's from there aren't really from off of St. John's. Frank was off of Troy.
That was the meetup.
You know what I mean? Some people then they got casted them off of Lincoln. You know what I mean? But it's just like St. John. That's just one of them strips. This is a main little strip down the road that you ride through and you go through and stuff. And then when you think about it, we had back in the days, if anybody was in the streets, they know the smoke shop was there. So anybody want to go to the smoke
you
shop.
12-12s out of there.
125
40s. 125-40s out of there. And they moved across the street.
I don't know.
So you know what I mean. But that's just it's something about St. John.
I want to ask you, like, when you was going through all of this stuff, right? You said 2010. So that's like no, I'm just saying. I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, right.
So 2010, because that's why I asked you the date. Was you feeling like the movie, the film thing was something that you was dealing with, or you was still dealing with? Like, where did the film thing come from?
Right. So what I didn't realize, it came from I was been to do with the camera in the crew since the 90s. So I didn't never look at that. We had Great Adventure in 95, and I had a little handy cam in my hand. Like, oh shit, I'm doing the thing. I didn't know, I didn't know that's what was going on. Also, I wrote scripts. Junior high school, I had scripts in my journal, the Mafia scripts, because I'm just like I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm possibly heavy on the Mafia. But 2010 to 2000 and film came. I started 12, so those 2 years. Now 2010, I found out I had a sister. I had two sisters. When I knew her as my cousin already. To see my big sister.
Oh wow!
And then the next one, I didn't know her. I know who was this person. Yada yada. So we right after that, told me she had a dream to do like radio. And so my artist, our Stimuli, was putting an album out. We said, we watched Joe Budden. We said, we're going to do a podcast to promote the thing.
Back then?
Yeah, this is 2010.
Wow.
And we did that for 4 years. It was about relationships, called The Emotional Picture.
Wow.
And with that, we created like a little community that was online and they got back offline. We got offline like an actual community, friends and all that. But that was 2010, 2014, 2011, 2014. So artistically wise, that 2 years I was doing that. But music was like, nah, I'm an artist, went to Atlanta. I was kind of done anyway. DJing, nah, I was really just doing that and getting to know my sister. You know what I mean? And like trying to get my money up. And then also, I'm with the homies, like, you know, we RPC, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like a very heavy RPC time as well, you know what I mean? Like, it's turned up. It's turned up for me. And film came in 2012.
Right.
I want to tell my story. I want to tell a Flatbush story. I want to tell a Flatbush story. I want to tell my story. Stuff that I had in me, I want to get out of me. I got Dello to act. And Dirty Hearts took 3 years to complete.
Indeed.
For whatever reason, took 3 years to complete.
We got to shout out to Dirty Hearts.
Yeah.
You never seen Dirty Hearts. You got to tell them where they can find out to see
You
that.
got to just hit up.
Yeah, where they can get it from.
You can put on Set TV.
Definitely. Set it on.
That's it.
It's not out right now, yeah.
That's history. Like,
that's history.
Yeah.
you know, that has to be, you know what I'm saying?
Put it out there.
Uni's in that too.
Yeah,
Uni sets it off actually.
Yeah.
It's not definitely the coach. The coach is in that joint for real. So we shot Uni's spot. Some of that we was at the bear shoot, the first bear shoot with BMW in the 50s. Yeah, that was that day. I was tripping. I didn't want to be in the shoot. I'm mad I wasn't in the shoot now. That's
the first bad shoot.
Right? You call it that?
Yeah.
The first bad shoot.
RBC BMW.
Yeah, that's a beer shoot.
Yeah,
I never called my stuff the beer shoot. I use my words very carefully.
What you call it?
I call it the beer competition and catalog shoot.
But the beer shoot though, it was like 30 dudes up in the lobby with flex.
I can't flex coming for me like that. It was actually what happened was this was the night after the Vintage Awards when we was on Church Avenue.
Okay.
At my cousin's place or whatever it was, I forgot the name. And you was there, dog. You and Ralph was there. And this when Marlo went crazy because then had a custom crown on and all this craziness. And we had the bid. It wasn't a beer shoot though. It's a wild boy.
It wasn't a beer shoot.
It
ended up being.
It was a 92 shoot, but everybody had on bids.
Everybody had on bids.
Everybody had on bids.
That's we wasn't invited.
Huh?
But we knew though. Someone said bring your bids out though.
Yeah. It was set in the party. Definitely set in the party. Absolutely set in the party. Because if you look at the pictures, we have a picture right now on Google. If you look up Polo Beer, the picture comes up.
Oh, word.
All of us on the steps.
Check that out.
You know what I mean? So
inside.
Halo was there. I was there. Flex was there. Cali.
I was there, but I stood to the side like.
G. George was there. G. George was there. There's a picture of Cali and G. George in front of the building.
I gotta see. Oh man,
that's right. I forgot what year that was.
You ain't gonna ask me, but maybe that's 13, 14. Dirty Hearts was soon come 14. So before Dirty Hearts, I did a joint called Can't Wait Forever. A documentary 6 minutes long about black women. She had discrimination against her hairstyle.
Right.
You know, Life came through along with a family. Nufflo came through. Uni came through. Asia came through.
The Earth was there.
Yep. Capone Danielle was there, Paul himself. Cause I had the photo. They came late, so no, but you came. But they came late, so it was done in the theater. So the dude had put. It was my first joint, so the dude put a laptop out there, like, y'all gotta watch it out here in the front.
That's a fact.
And I got that photo, and I appreciate that too, because
we always late. We always late.
Yeah, you know, no one knew what I was about.
But nobody. The thing was, we didn't know. Like we didn't know. Like God was just moving like a fine mist.
So what connection?
I just want to say this best part. So in 2012 though, what set it off for me that could be real is my man Exile was doing a pilot episode called Taking East New York. It was about Tut.
Oh wow.
And he had me be a production assistant from that. And he got me paid too.
What's a production assistant?
You just I run around and pick things up. I might tie up some wire.
Oh.
I'm just like, it's like the lowest rung.
Like
thing.
a gopher.
Like a gopher.
You could be a gopher, yeah.
Like if you just say, yo, I need.
No, because they always mention the gopher in the title.
Right. You could be a gopher, but it's really like you kind of do
You above the
everything.
gopher.
We don't go that. It's like because a gopher can be anyone that can get coffee, whatever. That's what I'm saying. You kind of should know something about film. I know nothing about film.
Oh wow.
They had me first day block traffic on Atlantic Avenue. They said they put a vest on me. Wasn't that real? They put a vest on me. It's like, yo, hold the traffic down. We recreated the joint where Tut and stuck up the Jehovah's Witness hole. We recreated that. And one of the guys in that crew now, Giovanni Joseph, he's a big actor now. That's big because
Right.
I mean, I should stop doing that. I mean, like he's doing his thing, like he's big for us. He getting there, like he's, you know what I mean? He's getting there for real. Very proud of him. And that is for me is my, even though I was not in the hood,
right,
or in the street, that's my took me out of the street moment. I was like, oh, so this can be real for me.
Yeah, right. This can happen.
I didn't know what I was gonna. Cause my whole thing, and I used to work with my old earth. It's like my whole thing is like, I can always go through this, that, and the third. I can do that. That's my whole thing. I can go do that.
Right.
You tell me nothing. Like, and that was when my okay. So this is another angle.
Right.
With Hard Dirty Hearts, and that's what became Them Boy and Naveen. Finally, in 2019, the Dirty Hearts. What happened with that? We didn't do that one because I put out my trailer. I had stickers, t-shirts, all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put out the trailer. The next day, what comes out? Money and Bombs.
Yeah.
And Cash no, let's be so.
You gotta edit that.
Let's be so.
It kind of did. Me personally, because I just actually watched Money and Violence on Tubi last week, and I watched it. I'm like, that's the God shit.
Well, people thought it was Dirty Hearts because
I'm like, that's the God shit. Like, word up, all of that. And the other movie, we ain't gonna talk about that. The other movie in Flatbush, but with the polo shit, I forgot the name of it.
I mean, it was a foreigner, but I give them the credit because we had Dirty Hearts. I had 10 episodes written. Mm-hmm. We had table reads, we had actors, all that stuff.
Right.
Them niggas put it out though.
They put it out.
So if I was like running around with it, niggas start bucking. They didn't care, and I learned from that move right there. Like, so salute to them. They put it out the next day, and I'm like, damn,
They almost had it too.
Cool.
What they
almost had it.
They created a whole wave,
Money and Violence.
Oh yeah. See, that's you don't know how long they was working and what was going on and things was being in production.
They said that they didn't know about the series.
And they just
did it.
Yeah.
And that's what you gotta do. So now
a lot of people did that too, but it just say click. Cause they had.
You know what it was though? They had the bread. They had the bread.
They had the bread. They was shooting off for
more than the bread. They just had the courage.
No,
I didn't have the courage.
No, what they had was really, if you look at it, all them people that said who made the disgruntled afterwards, they had the bodies to do the parts.
Oh, yeah, they had a crew. They had a team.
You know what I mean? If you would have had the people to do what they need to do, you would have got production done.
Still got
and then
you gotta have the bread though.
No, them people ain't get paid, player.
No, I'm not talking about to pay the actors. I'm not talking about that.
No, I'm talking about when they first started.
To buy the equipment.
Shout out to Prince Cigarz.
See all this right here? This costs money. Don't you know this costs money?
You don't know Money and Violence. You don't know how they started off of one camera with a boom mic.
Our camera was stolen from.
You know
shit! Sorry. Get it out! Get it out!
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's how they started. So this is why I try to say they try to tell you like it can be done.
You need resources.
Resources, not
how do you get it?
Resources, right?
Because our joint,
I use the wrong word.
Our joint.
But I actually just
watched little homies when they got something for us from some other thing, from some other people, and yeah. So you need stuff. But they credit to them because they did it. They had leadership. They did it. But that I remember that started me with film. Because I wanted to be like Issa Rae. She had her web series. I said I'm gonna do some shit for Flatbush. Right. It didn't exist. Right. It did not exist.
Right.
They did it. I'm like, oh shit, it's done. I didn't know you can do a web series anyway. Like I Respect Life did, which was really good. I said I'm gonna make this to a film. I make this to a short film. I'm gonna take this, cut it short. It's gonna be a short film. That's started with film. I wanted to do UK website. I didn't want to do all this that I'm doing now. I wanted to be like niggas that I was doing. The brothers I was doing the Alpo. I said, yo, we're gonna do the UK with Tip Top. We're gonna do all the Flatbush stuff.
Right.
And then they felt me, but they didn't really feel me. I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do By that I mean it's like the same thing with the thing we was about to do. It's like, oh, I like you, but you don't really do this. I'm gonna go holler at somebody who does this. It's like it didn't happen, right? So
it's into infancy.
Tip top and UK, GCQ, the whole tip top.
Yeah,
the whole UK. And
Oh,
I feel like it's awkward. I feel like it's gonna be cut out. I feel like it's awkward now.
No, it's not awkward.
I feel like making
but the thing is with that whole cycle right there, is they don't. I can't speak for Tip, but I've talked to Tip, and Tip personally doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So
it's too much.
It is.
See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to be out there right now because probably they may.
But we definitely gonna get Tip.
They may
and have an interview.
I'll tell you why.
People's stories gonna come out later on, and it'll come out, and it'll be what it be. You know what I'm saying? Because on their time, it's just all how do people want to come on their time? Because maybe some of the stuff they did, they not comfortable with, exposing now.
It's not that.
Or some people
I'll tell you what it is, bro. Because brothers like that have said I'm not saying his name, have this stuff before. I'll tell you something with me, right? And I'm not comparing myself to these people, but someone with me, when I was working with Joel Ortiz in 0506, there's this thing you call the comments. Somebody was in the comments going hard at Joel. So I hit up the person who had a website, hiphopgame.com. Yo, you find out what do you call it? You find out where somebody's at, the pin, the UPN, the VPN.
Yeah, the location.
The location, like the IP address.
Oh.
Trying to find the person who said this about Joel, And I hit up Joel's manager, Dennis. Yeah, he said, check out the comments, V. And he has came on doing this 5 years. He said, check out the comments. Because the thing is I know a lot of brothers who are legendary brothers want to tell their story. But them comments are going to make somebody get hurt. Because I know how I was. I'm not even nothing like that. But if you have all these stories over legend, what? This nigga was a bitch. Like what? And you're going to cause someone to lose all
That's how
that
Facebook was in the beginning.
Man.
That's how Facebook was.
Listen, that's how it still is now. It's just like people read comments, and that's what makes people react or do certain things that they do. Or they still do that.
We had bills for 3 days on Facebook.
You know what I'm saying? So
for 3 days. Remember the situation when I printed all that?
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
So you
This ain't who I am. I can't shake it.
So you starting the film.
I'm going to lead to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to lead to this. I can't help it.
But you starting the films though. Did you write poetry or something? Did you write poetry?
Thank you, sir. I don't know. Thanks for asking.
Because
that's ill.
Once you see his leg shaking, he going somewhere.
Oh, I don't.
Been around this league for 6 years. I know what's going on.
Do I write? Not
because you write films. You do films, and you do. You the thing. People will.
You write rhymes. You write rhymes.
You write rhymes. Oh,
you write rhymes. Yeah.
So how long do it take you to write like a film?
I don't know. It depends
or put the structure together.
That's a better question right there. Like so the film I'm just putting out right now in January called Exit Interview. A 15-minute romantic comedy. It's about me, sort of.
A 15-minute romantic comedy?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
you got it done. You know I'm gonna ask you.
Okay. So I wrote that 7 years ago.
That's peace.
You know what I mean? Before I did anything, I wrote that. So it's kind of like, you just never know, man. Like, if you don't have the resources, which I didn't have resources,
right,
to write and then put it out, it could take that amount of time. You know what I mean? But for me, it depends on what I got going on in my life. Right now, I can't write anything because I'm just not like, I'm not as settled as I want to be settled. I want to go away for like a month and like write down mad stuff. But it's like, back then, like 30 hours take me like maybe 10 episodes took me maybe 2 months to write it. Cause I was just in the zone. And I was like just writing, just typing in, taking up 9 to 5 times. Like, I'm just in the zone. It's like it's tapping out like ooh. And when you don't know what you're doing, I know what I was doing, so it's easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's easier just to do it without the proper format and everything. So yeah, but that's not me, bro. It's not. None of this shit is me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the same.
But G,
it is me, but
what the film thing, right? Because what film? This is the question I always want to ask you.
Yeah.
What film inspired you to want to do films? because everybody gets a jolt of electricity through something, whatever situation they're dealing with. Like, what was the movie or the film, short film, documentary that made you say to yourself, yo, I want to start doing this?
So in junior high school, there was a dude named Joe Paradise.
Okay.
So he was like an acting coach or director. Said he dated Madonna. That's what we cared about. It's like 89, 90. He did a workshop for us, we did our own short film,
right?
How to write it and everything. So that was like my first influence. It wasn't like, and then in that era it was Goodfellas. I really had mafia obsession. So Goodfellas, but then come like that just didn't go nowhere. So like come like this phase of life, it wasn't no film. It was Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae.
I wanted to be like Issa Rae.
Okay.
I feel like it's like Issa Rae.
Okay.
The male.
One day.
I said the male Issa Rae.
And we had some content. But like I wanted to do whatever she was doing. I saw the vision of the web stuff, and then the thing, Money and Violence, made me shift from web series to film.
Right.
I'm like, how else can I put this thing out?
Yes.
Oh, I made it a short film. I promise you, bro. Like I was not trying. Like I'm not. That's not. Wasn't my thing. It's my thing now. I'm good at it, but I wasn't. It was not. It's not my fucking dream. I haven't doing my fucking dream yet. It's not what I wanted to do in life. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it's like respectfully, it's a job, and I'm really good at it. I haven't started having fun yet until this romantic comedy.
Right.
What am I doing? Old dude in his 50s killed himself. Young dude got killed by Italians. It's like I'm still having my hands in this fucking trauma and shit. These dirty hearts. And then his man get killed and all that. So, it was me trying to get stuff out.
Right.
So it's like real talk. It was no film. It was more like my life influenced me. Just like, oh, y'all don't even know about like what we've been doing. And I feel like my neighborhood. I feel like we not pushing so much because we don't got nothing. It's like it's a big Caribbean ghetto where they put us in the 60s, and there's no, like that. Ain't no mosque like that. Ain't no culture like that where it's like you having a style, funky, and all that stuff. In the middle. In the middle, it's the real middle. I'm gonna say the real middle of Brooklyn. It is. And now
they're not they turned it to a new name. I think it's Little Panama or something like that.
Little Haiti now. Little Caribbean. I'm from Little Haiti. They call it now.
Haiti over there, but it's like
there's a name though.
Little Caribbean. But Little Haiti is kind of where I'm from. Little Haiti.
Little Haiti.
They out there.
I see. I can't see. My eyes are bad. So
it's a little two locks.
It's my eyes.
I
know about the joint ski. It doesn't say Little Haiti. It says something.
It's Little Caribbean.
But when you go over there, you're gonna see that it's a section. I think on certain maps. There's certain maps that the sections that they say Little Haiti. It says it there.
Shout out to all the Caribbean people and all the
and everybody else.
Situation to get that together because
and all the African Americans.
It's all a big gumbo of black people.
Like y'all got not y'all, but like I just felt like growing up and knowing special ed is there and like the cell dwellers and UTFO and all that 4/4, all that made this something for us. You know what I mean? And I feel like in film we had that, and also like no one that told our story. It told Money Bound told the story right of the neighborhood, and I wanted to tell like other stories of people that I knew that were just like you can hardly Google them. You know what I mean? It's like there's stories there. You know
and that's what I want to find out. I want to ask you this question, how did and where did you get the permission for the digging for Walden? How did that one come up? Because
my homeboy G Clef, I was doing music business with, he was Weldon's friend and like last mentee, and he would always tell me, "You remind me of my friend Weldon." I don't really care about all that. He's a jazz dude as well, and I wasn't into jazz at that point in time. I am heavy now, and I let it went out the other until he told me one day. He said, "Oh yeah, Mos Def sampled him and all that." This is at a time where I was thinking about making beats again. So I was like, "Oh, word!" And then his family. I'm thinking about like we about to get this smooth sample cleared real quick. Right. Let me go through his catalog. I ain't like the catalog, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm the problem, you know what I mean? Not the catalog. I didn't like jazz or funk. Ooh, he's a hate funk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So good. Hip hop, R&B, whatever. So now, I googled him though and found out how he died. He died from suicide.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I know you burned up juice out. Yeah, I told that. Oh, my bad. I didn't remember that.
Right.
And it's like, And I'm gonna bring it to, I won't say names about, but I really was trying to do some hood stuff.
Right.
I want to do every hood crew in Flatbush documentary DVD.
Yes.
Like the Troy Reed, the dude he was doing, Troy Reed. I wanted to do that for my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And so dudes didn't like give me. I got the green light, but they didn't really make it easy for me to act. How that thing was doing, right? So it's like, let me show them I can do something. So I'm gonna do this guy, unknown, in my mind, unknown guy, 3-4 months, we're gonna do this. Look, bro, I'm telling you, I can do this shit, whatever, right? I think I might have a camera over my, to shoot it myself, whatever. Took me 4 years, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And I got permission, I went to his son. First I went to his son, his sister, and his best friend, partner, love of his life. I don't know what Cigarz Margarine, I still don't know what it is. He wrote songs about her though, so I'm sure they was like that. They lived there, but I don't know. Hey, so it came from those three. After that, like no one told me nothing. Like I don't care what y'all say, because it was like, who are you? We don't know you. And it's like after his son tell me, it's like, yo, like, and that's my man to this day. Younger dude, might be 25 now.
Right.
But that's the homie. Got permission from the family. You gotta go to the family. You gotta know who in the family is who to go to though.
Yeah.
And he also was forgotten, and I like his story because he was forgotten. He did so much for everybody around him, but nobody don't put his name up. He went to Hampton, but he not even like on the Hampton's alumni website. He not even on like he's a founder of Jazz Fusion, but he's not even on Wikipedia for that. And it's like mad names and shit. And I know it's just to be forgotten. And that's we talked about that a little earlier, whether it be music industry, whether it be what we talking about. It's like, nah, bro, like I was here and I put on for this, and how now my name's not mentioned, like that's crazy. And so I felt him. He blew his fucking brains out.
So it's
fucking shot out of his mouth. So it's like, yo, this is what you do to niggas. You know what I mean? Brothers blow his fucking brains out just because you forgot about him. Straight cheese like that. So. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. So that's why when I sent y'all yesterday a little screenshot, I was going in that group looking for some shit, but that interview had never happened. And I'm looking at me, I'm like, oh, tell me about Fats, tell me about Punky. I'm always like, even if I might know already, it's like, yo, you got these names and shit, right? Like Kiki, what I'm saying, FAP, like Kiki got, for his low, you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like.
You want more.
I also wanted to gatekeep too. I also wanted to gatekeep. I was trying to gatekeep.
You want to be the voice.
I want to gatekeep.
But the thing I wanted to ask you also is like, you touched on something. What is the process of making films?
Thank you. He's bringing me back. All right, this is the media training. All right.
Because people don't understand that.
Transcend that.
Yeah,
but no,
I'm a control that. I'm a control that.
Because he answered the one question I asked. Now they're gonna have to.
I'm gonna control that.
Yo, real talk though. I'll answer that. Real talk. I had my ex girls pop testing some shit online on YouTube. I asked them to take that shit down. I'm still not. I haven't figured it out yet who I am.
It's psychosis.
Well, that I figured out, but it's like with Remy. They said she did that. She was like, I'm not thinking I'm Remy's mom. I'm just reminiscing from the Bronx. It's kind of like you're trying to figure out, like, oh no, dude, you are in a different world now, and you may not feel that, but you are that. Sometimes things come out because it's just like that's what's on me, but I have to make sure that I don't bring dead energy into the living energy. But it's difficult when I get around people that I'm comfortable with.
It's equality.
But even if I have like I've been on Sway. I know you're saying I've been on Sway.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know what I'm saying? 15 minutes literally.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But like even things like that, it like.
And you had your hat off too. So the scoop on head.
Yeah, I would just. Things like that, man. You ask me where I'm from, bro. I just go somewhere totally different. I don't hate that question. That question is like, how's it growing up? Yeah, I had jury duty. But I wanted it. Somebody was to get free. So I was the first juror on the thing, little question thing. Oh, you know anybody been victim of a crime? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what you mean? Like what? Like what do you like? Yeah, just tell me. I this happened.
Right.
That's it. oh nah, well the Carlos had got shot, and I just started going.
Yeah.
I know everybody's like, no. I didn't know. I was like, yo,
you got disqualified.
I'm not good with questions. I'm gonna answer you. Anyway,
you got to do
back to your question.
So making how the process of making the film, like
what is the process of making film?
You said that like it took you 4 years to do that film. Well,
it was tough. I know what I was doing.
And you did that by yourself?
My mother died, and then my mother got cancer 2 years later. So I was her co-caregiver at that same time. So a lot of interviews in her house. I edited at hospital room. She died in 2018, a year before it happened. Mm-hmm. The same way I'm doing Lisa Falcon's film, I'm producing that at the same time. So I mean,
you coming to the hospital, coming to the crib to interview them?
Yeah, because I had to be there a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So both of those films, Lisa Falcon's joint was directed by my man Mutar Ali. There's an HBO one, and you can for one of me. A lot of it is the same location.
Right.
That's when we was cut the equipment at my mother's house. You know what I mean? So I was there with it, and you know, not to be funny, but it's like, a lot of my shit is tied in pain. Like a lot of my shit. So it's not like I'm trying to talk about shit. Certain shit is like, it's there.
You walk through pain. We see you walk through pain, bro.
Yeah, man. And like, you know, I wanted to finish it before she passed, and you know, I did not. So I had an attitude. And anyone who didn't give me blessing or didn't, you know, want to be in it, whatever, I had an attitude because like, yo,
that was the other Victorious.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that wasn't even Victorious. There's a whole other name you don't know.
Well, that's the only name I know. So
Victorious.
Perfect.
Unless it was Suavito.
Nah.
Suavito. Suavito was a big homie too.
Nah. Before that, it was yeah. But yeah, so it's the documentary. You never know in general because you might think it's about one thing.
Right.
It's like, boom, I'm gonna do it. I mean, about let's say like St. John's. Like, boom.
Right.
Easy. We gonna go up here, gonna get that hot. Then comes somebody, yo, you talk about son on Lincoln,
right?
The Prospect Troopers. You're like, damn, what? Now you're on Prospect, and then you're like, oh nah, but now the homie though, he was really coming from Harlem. Like what?
So now
you got what am I? The story is gonna tell itself. You don't know now. The story about New York. You don't know what the story about until you. Yeah, they call it pulling the string. So it's like you want to have discipline. You also want to just be humble and submit to the story. It ain't gonna be what you think it's about. Because if that you don't write it then. But it's like real live people, and you know, so it took me 4 years for that. Jackie Robinson was only a year though. I had a boss.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I had a contract.
Okay.
So they wasn't playing that. We need to be out by this. And also
But no, he said also.
But now you gotta put it back on perspective.
I appreciate the opportunity to work. It came out on Fox Sports. Fox Sports was a client.
Right.
It was a great look for me. You know, it was a great look for me. Opportunity. I worked with Mac Johnson. Like,
how was the check?
The check was a
How was the check?
I got what I asked for.
Peace.
That's all that matters.
Peace
I got what I asked for.
Peace to the God.
It's not what I'm asking for this year. Wait, we might. I don't know.
You went up.
Decimals.
Yeah.
I mean, got
commas, no, not decimals, commas. We gotta go to commas.
We got what we asked for. But then also I also was able to write a script for the Jackie Robinson Museum that came out.
That's peace. That's peace.
That was amazing. That's like really.
Yeah, that's peace. That's peace.
That was also a check. Thing with my industry though, you get a check and then you don't work for a year or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
maybe that's what these writers' strike was about, man. Maybe they're trying to be able to get it to the point of, we wrote this and now you got it and it's out there, but guess what? They getting residual.
Yeah.
Why we can't get them residual? You know what I mean? Keep getting it too. So they probably the same thing. I guess in the writers, they pay you out a writer for a script and then you're gone, right?
Depending on what level you at. You could get residuals, you could get points, you could stay on as a producer. But for me, documentary, it's already, you don't get paid a lot of documentary because it's not in theaters.
Right.
So with me, I worked my way up to, I say my first check, honestly, I ain't getting no check for other stuff. I put out money for other stuff. You know, I mean, somebody's like, all right, go to the store. But this one right here is like, and I'll keep it real because I ain't gonna fool nobody. Yeah, it's somebody's salary.
Right.
Facts. Somebody's salary. But it might be, working at Target or, whatever. And it looks good because you get it one shot.
One shot, yeah.
But
numbers.
But I'm not working no other jobs.
He said that one joint
Yeah.
that last you for basically.
But that was
And then next movie.
I was gonna ask you that.
Well, straight cheese. I can tell anybody because it's not hard to tell. I haven't put out a movie since October of 2022.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if anyone would like to watch my pockets, niggas like to watch pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, sorry. So.
This is what I'm trying to see.
So
if we can get you into that world, because you like to do that.
Excuse me. No, basically, what it is with film,
right,
is that, and with comedy too. So what Monique was saying was that doing stand up, I do a special. I can't work for a year. I can't go do the same thing in Cleveland. You know, still on Netflix.
Yeah.
So we get these big checks. Like I have to now work to make another film to try to get a check, and so I haven't got a check in a year and some change. I got a check. So now, what does that salary or that check mean now?
Right.
I could have literally went to work at the Gap. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Work OT.
Right.
Not even Verizon. Verizon be like, what? Okay, I guess so.
That's the equality.
You know what I'm saying? Verizon, all them, Continental, all them. I'm low on the totem pole of the working man. I just can't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I had mad jobs. I did everything from I was a flyer person at the dollar store, the flyers. You know, I did the got the flag construction. I did everything. I'm trying not to be homeless. That's my thing. I don't be homeless. That's my fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Family gone. So it's like, what you gonna do?
Right. So
now it's like, oh, I know I can do film, but I can do this. You know what I mean? I can do film. And that's why I'm doing film. Now I know, like, oh, I'm kind of good at music now again. I do that. But my main thing though is like other things though. But it's like you can't turn down no
check. But yo,
it's good.
God,
good,
not to cut your wisdom.
Nothing back here again. This is my life. Yo, if you know me, I'm not doing an interview with you. This is like the last. I told you, this is like the last homie interview.
But we fair.
I'm going to, It don't make a difference. It's 5 years. I've been begging for 5 years. Yo, since the beginning. Yo, dog, I want to come through. Look, Takeem, I want to come on the show. I want to come on the show.
What's going on there? We don't do government out here.
But no, that's not. I didn't. It's online though.
That's how you know me. That's I told you.
I never said dog before in real life.
I'm joking. I get upset because you knew me before he knew me.
No, get the fuck out of here. I ain't mad at that. You're crazy.
I appreciate it.
Yo.
But yeah, so
peace God.
Let
me ask you a serious question.
Yes, sir.
What film would you love to do that hasn't been done yet?
Ooh, all right. Ooh, I'll tell you because they can't do it. All right. I want to do, you know it's going to be Flatbush, right? I want to do Flatbush in the early 80s with the sound systems and the rosters. I want to do that. I want to do that.
I got to put that in the script. I got to
do that. Please do. Someone do it. Let me be somehow associated with that. I can act in that. But
because that's a time that's lost. A lot of people forgot about the reggae era is lost. Right. Because the 80s to the 90s, because Flatbush and Crown Heights is intertwined. Yeah. You know, a lot of people know about the Star in East New York and Brownsville.
The Caribbean.
But the Caribbean aspect of it was Flatbush, Crown Heights, and maybe a sprinkle of Costa. Yeah, but it was definitely Flatbush and Crown Heights because that's where we migrate. Well, that's where our parents and our grandparents migrated to, and we had to work. I would never call them.
But I would like to see. But I believe back in the days too. Cause remember, even in the 90s, it's considered like Flatbush and all that.
Flatbush, yes.
Flatbush. Even with the Canarsie, because when you look at it now,
because Juve, you walk where? You don't go to Crown Heights.
Right. I even think
Flatbush.
And I even think even back in the days, Canarsie was getting mixed up with Flatbush. You know what I mean? Because you think about how Canarsie is. When you go to Canarsie, you know what I mean? Only I said when you go to Canarsie, what's out there?
bro. I can't talk about neighborhood.
It's mad Caribbean. It's nothing but Caribbeans and Canarsie.
They moved from Flatbush to Crown. Yeah, they
migrate. It's like leaving Brooklyn and coming to Queens. Canarsie was the closest thing to get away to success.
From there.
Because everything was like this closed in. Look at Lincoln and Troy. Lincoln and Troy is like this. Box. Look at St. John's. Box. Look at President. Box.
But the 90s is box too, but they still have houses on them blocks. Some
houses in the 90s?
Yes, there are houses in the 90s, bro. A lot of houses in the 90s.
Oh,
that's after 9 ounce.
No, that's after Rutland. That's after Rutland.
They be Rutland. Whole 9-4.
That's after Rutland.
Whole 9-4 in Rutland. What up?
It's after Rutland. It's after Rutland.
They may be connected
But
on
look, there's catch-22 to that. They're all houses, but they turned them into 2 families. And 3 families and rooms.
I don't talk about nobody's house.
I don't know how that goes, but
I'm
it's
talking
out
about
there.
movies.
But yeah.
I'm talking about movies.
You transcended first.
I said Flatbush in the
Talking about
80s.
doing it
I want to show all the people coming from the Caribbean, they first year there, and that whole the colors and the
right.
Yeah, because Flatbush is that with the Caribbeans and that show that migrate out there.
But there's a question that being that you're in the industry and stuff like that, they were saying that I heard Terrence Howard said that he only got paid $12,000 for Hustle and Flow that won an Academy Award, a Grammy, and also the streams for the music. He's not getting no money for. So the question I wanted to ask you is like, how does that work? Like when you sign these contracts and stuff for these movies and stuff, how do you make sure that you're getting your right cut?
You get your right cut when you say no thank you. So like
that, say thank you.
You say no thank you.
Or no thank you.
We say yes please. Like it's kind of like in this business it's not that regulated. So it's like you ask her what you want. Sometimes you take like there's things I've taken nothing because there's back end.
Right.
But you negotiate for what you want. If they really want you, then they're gonna pay you what you want.
Right.
Sometimes there's cast. I didn't see the Terrence Howard joint. Sometimes there's people who they know it's like independent, or it's small, not big budget. They'll take less money because they artistically they want to do this project. They know it's gonna be great.
Okay.
I mean, he got an Academy Award, right? I don't know if he got one for anything else. So like for him, he might this is a great script. For me, who has no money, I might reach out to an artist or actor.
Okay.
Be like, hey, I don't got no money, but can we do this because here's the script. It's about Flatbush in the 80s. I know I heard you from Flatbush, so I know you might like that. Right. Do that for the $12,000. But don't come to me later on and be like, oh, yeah, $12,000. You said 12. You said $12,000.
You agreed to it, so then don't get mad about it.
But I would give him a back end or whatever. But I don't know what Terrence Howard was. I know that was after The Best Man. I think probably.
Right.
I think maybe he was just trying to show how. I know he's from the hood. So I know with me, I'm trying to tell people subliminally, like, yo, I don't got it like that. Like whoever's watching in the family, yo, I don't got it like that.
Right.
I got paid $12,000. You know what I mean? Like, I used to let people know, like, yo, don't run up on think that I got it. I don't got it. You know what I mean? It's like when you in Hollywood. I guess I'm in Hollywood. Everybody want to be in Hollywood, whether they're in fashion, music. Hollywood is tip top. That's
the apex.
Right, it's the lights. So you think that it's like that, but it's really not for everybody. You know what I mean? And so what he's saying, what Taraji was saying, is like, especially for black people, it's not going to be that. Because they say that, you don't translate to different markets. That's what they say sometimes.
Okay.
Me, I have a great manager, Omar Bradford. I grew up with him. You know what I'm saying? And he's a fighter. He's also a sports agent, and he's an attorney, so he's used to fighting. And I'm good, yo. I mean, I do my thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the Jackie Robinson thing, it was tough. It's the first time we had actual like a company hiring.
Yes.
So I had to learn a lot of discipline within that.
Right.
But again, we got the number that we asked for because I had a manager that could show them that.
And you was also established too. So
I wasn't established. I'm not established now.
They had to pay you if you was established.
Not established.
It's work. He's a worker.
No, I mean the work.
When you come as being a worker and you showing good work.
I'm going to be established this coming spring. Right now, I don't care.
How was the Yusuf Hawkins one? How did you do that one? I mean, how did you do that one? Like, you know.
So I'm gonna bring it back to the hood. So, I got an inbox on Instagram. A brother named Charles, he hit me up. He said, "I was told to talk to you about doing a film."
Okay.
He got the link. Charles from Clarkson, Rogers and Clarkson. He got the link from my man Nigel Bushhead from 34th and Church. I'm letting you know it's gonna be E-flappers all day for me.
Every day.
And I feel proud because someone from the neighborhood. Well, I don't even like rock with him like that. We're not like close, but I did enough so he knows like I know a filmmaker. And this back 2015. Before I had anything really out, it was Dirty Hearts.
Right.
I had the Love Seed and Can't Wait Forever. So he said, so it's Hood Love. I was gonna say that's Hood Love. Hit up Charles. All right, what's up? Yeah, you know I grew up with Yusuf Hawkins as my best friend.
Oh wow.
Hawkins.
Wow.
Okay. So that means always going to your DMs, right?
Wow.
They said Yusuf was from Clarkson, and we knew him to be East New York.
Yeah.
Yusuf Hawkins was from Clarkson?
Yes. So was not in the film. Yusuf, they from Clarkson and Rogers. There was like a leak in the building. They had to leave. So they split time between the grandmother's house in East New York on Egerman, and then in Brevoort is where they was living in Brevoort.
Wow.
But they was from Flatbush. So so I'm like, I already knew Yusuf Hawkins, but that Flatbush that made it like, ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
That made it
interesting.
that made it like real hit home, like, oh snap, you from the hood too? Okay. And that was that. So I started shooting. I said I can't direct it for you because I'm doing Dating for One Levine right now.
Mm-hmm.
So 2017 then. So I'm 2 years in. 2 years into Dating for One Levine. I said I'm a producer for you and I'm a final director. And we were like shooting with the Mental Health. We shot a lot.
Right.
Did some interviews. My man Rikers actually went to New Utrecht at the same time. Shout out to Rikers. And then I found Mutar Ali, who I was going to this filmmaker workshop meetup thing with, and he had did a movie about his grandparents, Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee.
Okay.
He did that film, and I saw that film was really good. I knew I wanted a director that was on their second film, because Yusuf Hawkins is mad important. So I knew that I wasn't good enough to do that story at that point in time. I didn't feel like that would be disrespectful. Not for my first joint.
Right.
I need someone that was on their second joint, because if you're on your third joint, you might not do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So second joint. So Musa Ali, he ended up directing it, did a great job. And after like the third year, and maybe Muta's first year, we got the green light from HBO to buy it through American Black Film Festival. We won that contest. The contest was that this company, Nat Geo, and Nat Geo would give some money to make a teaser, a picture reel, like a demo tape type of thing. And then they had first right of refusal. They refused it. So the company Lightbox, who was part of that whole thing, they brought it to everyone. HBO was the right deal, and so we already had mad footage already that we started. So it wasn't hard for us to just like finish that off in one more year. So, and then it came out on HBO during quarantine. They wanted to put it out later, but then after everything was going on, it's the perfect time to put it out.
So basically, it's a lot of hands and everything, and everybody, you got to sit down in these meetings, and they got to clear it out, and like it's like a hustle. It's like a hustle. It's like a hustle.
How long you think the paperwork process goes before you can really sit down and shoot something? Because you don't want to shoot nothing when you ain't got the rights to shoot nothing.
It's like answer's gonna be the same. It's like there's this with paperwork, it could be a week, and there's stuff that I've been involved with that died out after like 3 months, never happened yet.
Oh wow.
You gotta think about now, probably something's going on. Right now I'm working on a project where paperwork took maybe some months. Not like back and forth all the time, but it's kind of like not always priority.
Right.
Sometimes like, yeah, I got you, we gonna do this, and it don't ever happen. And then sometimes it'd be like, it's all about these points, what's up with these points, and talk about this money situation. And then now for me, it ain't about the really points, it's more about the power, more about like one thing with Yusuf Hawkins, we had final edit rights. Very, very rare. But that was fought for. And that means that our team or my director is the last person, he can say, all right, it's good. No one else can say it's good. That's something that I had with the Walden Naveen film because it was all mine.
The final set.
Right, I didn't have it with Jackie Robinson because I was a work for hire.
Okay.
That's something that in the future you want to fight for that because you want, and the day you want to be able to stand up for your thing. That money gonna get spent. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be able to have your head held high and all that. But yeah, contracts could be. I'm keeping referring to our thing like that could have been contract. Like it just takes a long time because you have these people's lawyers, these people's friends.
They gotta go over everything.
And what happened? Let's say you want to have like the documentary about Miss Pac-Man. Then they be like, oh, you like Miss Pac-Man? Then they gonna go next door and say, you want this? Because Dog and them, they want this. So you have that whole thing, and you lose cats to that.
Right.
You know as well. That's how people lose in the arts and music business as well.
Right.
The bidding wars. You don't even know you're in a bidding war, but you're in the bidding war. And someone like me. You know, me and my team, we're still new. We're not established where it's like I can just get what I want for our jobs, or you know, the door's not knocking down like that.
Right.
You know, but so I'm doing my thing.
Right.
Like right now, we're working on the Soul Food movie documentary, not the TV show, the Soul Food movie.
Right.
And the director of that, George Tillman, he's involved with that. So is Vivica A. Fox involved with that. And so
was Vivica in the original movie?
Yeah,
that's
being on all that.
That's
Vanessa Williams, that was
Coca-Cola.
That's Coca-Cola,
bro. So that's directed by Brandon Hammond, who was Ahmad, the kid in that.
Yes,
I know him as Menace Society. I'm talking Menace. That's when he held the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one of my top 5 right there.
Yeah, that's him. Same cat. You know what I mean? He's directing it. My homeboy, the Genesis, is another producer, so that's something that we working on. That it's been, gosh, I would say maybe like a year and a half. We kind of working. We just now getting.
That's a great thing.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a great thing.
25-year anniversary. So
gee, that's a great thing on my
life. That's work.
25. You know what I'm saying? That on God. So you know.
Yeah.
And showing the proof.
Word. And that's good. You know what I mean? You still working, having this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I was gonna say, bro, like that's us doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like we are going to get the job somewhere else, and that's important for the ownership piece of it. So when I say I'm not established, I'm still working because I'm still putting my stuff out. We still doing our things. I'm doing a documentary about black children and suicide because black children die by suicide a whole lot more than
white children and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, and even like 10-year-olds is doing that, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, and you talking about that? I want to touch on before we get up. You go around the world and stuff and do that for mental awareness and stuff, right? Or social.
I used to. I used to. Up until a few years ago, I'm gonna be doing me, honestly. Like, and even the films that I'm doing, it's gonna not always be that type of thing.
Right.
I don't want to be in that.
You don't want to be enclosed.
That's not good. That's not my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got to be universal.
Yeah, you know. So like it's a lot of that is like putting their hands in a whole lot of stuff. You got children dying. Princess from Money and Violence actually is in that film because her daughter died by suicide.
Wow.
Yeah, she died by suicide a few years ago. Shout out to Princess Cigarz.
Yeah, peace.
Also Killer Ben's family as well. Or Ben Ogar's family as well. Yeah. So still working.
There's no Killer Ben.
I wanted to do that, bro.
There's no Killer Ben.
I wanted to do that. You know, and tell.
Yeah.
Still got letters. We spoke about this, but once I did the thing for Naveen, I was like, oh. And then I knew Yusuf Focus was kind of like, oh, I'm somewhere else now.
Right.
Because they wanted me to do a famous Harlem legend who recently passed. He did that. I'm like, dag, that one is like the.
Why? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because it's like, well, it's the same thing. Who do you know that can do film?
Yeah.
Who can do film?
I mean, it probably would be beneficial.
I wouldn't do it
if it's done right, but
I wouldn't do it because
I don't see that for you though.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because now I can't do the things that I would have done.
Yeah.
But I'm always you can't go from Jack Robinson to any of these motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Don't make sense.
Like not right now. You know what I mean? But homies that want to, I'm always there to help because like these stories should be told.
Right.
Keep my name off of that though. But whatever you need, I'll shoot it. Whatever you want to do, because we can't let these stories not be told. You know what I mean? even like the bend though, I did a lot of research for that. That probably would have been bad anyway.
Yeah.
Nowadays it would be good because like people was a lot older, things calmed down a little bit, but it's like that was like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, we definitely keep your eyes open for them damn documentaries of the hood. I mean, what's going on, and not the hood, really Brooklyn and certain locations and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? That'd be a good look for you to keep grinding on that level there, man.
I will be.
I
will not be, sir.
No.
There's a question that I want to ask you. Yeah. It's going to be my last question for the interview. I'm not killing the interview. I'm just going to say it's my last question. Because, you know, I'm soaking up the wisdom and stuff. 20 years ago, did you see yourself here?
It's going to go. I'm going to say no.
And it's gonna go where do you see yourself in 20 years from now? Well, let's solidify. Let's calm it down a little bit.
Okay.
Let's say 10 years
from now.
10 years from now. Because I know the struggle you went through 20 years before.
Right. Like 10 years from now.
I seen you come a long way, G.
I'll just keep it. Thank you. You have. I'll say Broadway. I want Broadway.
That's peace.
Like, I want to do Broadway.
Glamorous. Lights.
Yeah, I want to.
You finally ready to be?
Yeah, I want to be acting too. I want to be acting. Acting and directing. Yeah, but I want the stage. That's hard.
So do you think you could do a Flatbush thing on Broadway?
I'm hoping at that point in time I wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
I mean,
Jackie Robinson on Broadway. That's Jack Robinson from well, he didn't not from Flatbush, but he lived in Flatbush.
He did.
Come on, like we lived in Clarkson in the 50s. Like you can't get away from that. Sorry.
So what?
Be sorry about.
What's what you got going on?
I need to hear more Vanderbilt from you, by the way. I need to hear more Vanderbilt from you.
This is your
no, I mean in general though, I need to hear a little more Vanderbilt.
This is your interview. Go ahead, dog.
Okay. You went like that interview.
You never lived in Flatbush before? You never lived in Flatbush before? You said St. John's forever? No, Brownsville though, right?
Nah, I'm St. John's.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So crafty. So crafty. God is so crafty. Shout out to the God Victoria.
You know Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah.
Flintstones and all that?
So what you got going on? So what you got going on right now that the people need to watch out for so they know they keep in tune?
Ring the Alarm, that's the one. It's a film I'm doing with Stephanie Carnegie.
Okay.
And that's about the black children and suicide.
Okay.
And then there's Soulful documentary.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that.
Me too. Hopefully by the end of this year. We start shooting already. Then there's the I can't talk about this one.
No, go. It's all right. Don't worry. Talk about it.
I'm gonna say though.
Copyright infringement.
Nah,
don't do it.
I'm gonna say though. We dealing with Brownsville. Dealing with Brownsville. I'm so happy. We're dealing with Brownsville. So something happened in Brownsville. We're dealing with. I'm directing that. That's happening. Something else I mentioned. Romantic comedy.
Okay.
And hopefully after it's a documentary I'm doing about my guy Larry Barnhill. Larry Barnhill from Wilmington, Delaware, from like messed up block, Wilmington, Delaware. Ended up going to Florida to run track, but also ended up, in college you're going to find your element. End up messing with the dudes in Florida on a team who lived in like Liberty City, Carroll City, so he would be going over there in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Caught up.
He a little bit caught up.
Right.
And but then he was also like a college person, and so he ended up making plays for people. You know what I mean? From Miami to whatever, they made some plays, but they ended up working for the Orange Bowl. It's a nice corporate. But his cousin and they taking down banks in Atlanta.
What?
So now he get kind of like fired from one of the jobs he doing in corporate. He was going all around the country building like the arenas and all that. Like the Miami arena, he helped build that like a not like a foreman, but like dude that come in like, oh yeah, I got
liaison.
He's a liaison. The liaison. Yeah. This is the job.
Yeah.
That's the job. You know what I'm saying? So he got fired, something like that from that. He said, I'm gonna show y'all. And he said, yo, what's up with that thing? Went to Atlanta. The four of them, they robbed FBI, say more banks than Bonnie and Clyde. They about 23 banks in 9 years robbing banks. He would be corporate in Miami. They come every year in the beginning of the year, take down a couple banks, and then chill. Chill for watch the money in Vegas and all that.
Yeah.
Then they come and they train in October. Do it again. They got caught Y2K.
Oh,
you know, that's when he got caught Y2K. You know what I mean?
We gotta stay tuned.
We doing that. Look at the Morning Glory game.
Oh,
you know what's
Morning
crazy?
Glory game.
You know what's crazy about that? Like the way you build it, right, G? Is I'm drawing it up, and it's like I'm hearing Hollywood again because that's a movie. I'm not saying that the movie what you're talking about right now. I'm saying to myself that I've seen that movie before, so that means that they took that from that experience. I'm not gonna pick it was fun.
Yo, the FBI files. It'll take them like 9 months to grab it. Like it was a big case.
Yeah.
They thought that they was white. Cause like.
You want me to say?
It was so nice. It was so nice.
You want me to say?
You
want me to say?
I can't say it.
Point Break.
Oh.
Point Break.
I got going for that.
That's what Point Break was about.
Interesting.
They was looking for everybody else and they knew who it was. It was surfers.
Right, same type of thing.
Yeah, white boys, surfer niggas.
Same type of thing, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, let me...
But these dudes...
That sounds very... I'm intrigued by that.
They built a mansion. They had a mansion in Atlanta, right? They built a replica of the Wachovia Bank in the basement. And they wasn't playing, bro. They wasn't playing.
Wow. Get out.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we need
train in the woods.
We need
train
that.
in the woods, had a firefight in the woods. I'm seeing the teaser. So yeah, I'm just doing mad stuff. Like that's what I can think of. Like I work really hard. I work. That's why I don't have time to be doing a lot of stuff. And that's why it's like I had to make a choice. You know, with like how I spend my time on the weekdays because I got so much going on. I'm trying to make it. You know what I mean?
But we had him here. We got Victorious here. You know what I mean? Got him to sit down and do his 1-2 with us, man.
Right here,
politics.
And if you want to buy some vinyl, you can go down to Legacy Dumbo on Water Street and Bridge. You know, me and the guys, you know, Ali, you know, Joaquin, we came together.
Still got the vinyl,
Yeah, the record store.
And listen, the records are being sold. The record players are being sold in the stores again.
Yeah, we sell them.
Yeah,
no, not the records. The record players.
We sell them.
Yeah, they sell them up, but they say
LegacyDumbo.com.
Listen, I just
that
going through some records, so we was good.
Yeah, I just seen it.
Right, and what happened is that Ali had came with me to the London premiere of Dingful and Naveen, and he made beats, and so he was record shopping, and he came with the idea now to have like, you know, black and record store that's fly, whatever. And he told me about his idea, and then, you know, like the following year I followed up and it's like, yo, I'm gonna get down with that, you know, and then so we're doing that ever since then. No one ever said that anything I had on that I got it from them.
You want something shit?
And RBC.
You want something
RBC? No one ever. I'm saying no one ever.
I'm with all the shit.
No one ever said that to me.
Listen, we
never heard it before.
Yo, y'all know what it is, man. This
they know when I pop the trunk. When the cork came, the trunk pop open, Victoria's is crazy. I was crazy Eddie out here. $20, $10.
Oh man. Yo, y'all know the
insane. They don't let me.
Victorious.
I'm not
come on, bro.
I'm not.
No, not true.
Salute to Victorious.
I'm not. It's not
He's
true.
the God Victorious. You know what I'm saying? I love him. It's my
Not
brother.
anything wrong with that.
Nobody can do
I
nothing.
want-
You want to say anything bad
I
about
want
him.
my shit back though.
But I want to ask you a question.
What's up?
I want to ask you a question, right? Because there was something that Doc said the other day. He was like, "Yo, one thing about ROPC, them niggas always pull up for each other, right?"
Yes. Facts.
Pulled up for me, brother.
Oh, yeah.
You pulled up for me, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you and I love you.
Love you too.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we pull up.
on that, you know what I mean?
Yours not, yeah.
That's what he do.
We go-
Y'all know what it is, man. We here.
We outside, nigga.
Celebrating life, living life, loving life,
Not in the
enjoying life. man.
Victorious on the set, in the stoop.
Still.
Politics as usual.
Peace.
Gave y'all the situation. It is what it is.
Oh, that's it. My website and all that?
Yeah, shout it out.
VictoriousTheCosta.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
DECOSTA. Victorious Makes Film Instagram.
You gonna see it. You gonna see it right there.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all stay up,
These
man.
guys.
We here, man. Yo, listen. It's Victorious, man. Salute you, man.
My name is Victorious for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My throat hurt.
We here.
Can I
We
get
talking
today's-
along.
Could I get today's mathematics though, bro?
We gonna end with today's
Understanding
mathematics.
Huh?
Huh?
understand the X cipher. What's up?
Peace.
Pigs.
What you talking about?
You like to start.
Yeah, what happened?
You want to add ciphers?
Brooklyn killers, coke, crack, and dope dealers. Bitches feelings, we pulling out with them four wheelers. Made my own path, my own math. Migrated from Crown Heights to Stone Ave. UniversalLowlife.com. January 26th, we on the Johns. Warming up, folk play, fucking